New tonight, fighting for medicine their daughter needs. These Valley parents are going toe-to-toe with their insurance company, and it's a battle they're winning.
ABC investigator Courtney Holmes with the story of how they've outsmarted the system and how you can too.
This was my second painting on a canvas.
Kessler Scott is only 11 years old.
And I'm really happy with how it turned out because I like the sunset a lot. This is also a painting.
But when you listen to her, you hear she's wise beyond her years.
And don't let anything stop you because you only live once.
And while her mind is progressing,
sometimes I can feel like I'm a bit different.
Her body is not.
Everyone's different, but like in a way I kind of feel like I'm different.
She was a tiny peanut when she was born.
Kessler is the oldest of Stacy and Doug Scott's 3 kids. They say what she lacked in size, she made up for in attitude.
Even as a baby, even as a toddler, and it carries to today, the just huge personality.
But by the time she turned 8, her slow growth became more pronounced.
That's when she had completely fallen off the growth chart.
Testing showed Kessler had the bones of a 6-year-old. Diagnosed as a late bloomer, the family would monitor her size. But by age 11, Kessler seemed to have just stopped growing.
That's when we dove in.
More testing found she had a cyst on her pituitary gland in her brain and wasn't producing enough human growth hormone, or HGH. For her family, finally having an answer was a relief.
I mean, we were all very happy that we finally had a reason and that there was a treatment for it.
HGH controls organ and tissue growth. It also regulates metabolism and blood pressure, and treatment is very effective. 1 shot every day. Kessler will likely have to take it until she's 19, but getting the medication she needs is much harder than they ever imagined.
She was at school and was so uncomfortable that she had to call me and say, "My arm is on fire, it's red, it's raised, and it's so itchy."
Kessler was allergic. Her doctor believed preservatives were the cause and submitted a new prescription to their health insurance.
What was the determination?
Denied. They would not cover the drug. So our next step was to appeal it.
Their doctor wrote a letter explaining the situation.
They needed to try the preservative-free version of the growth hormone.
Denied again.
They said the only drug they would cover would be the one that she already received and that she had the allergic reaction to. So we had no other alternatives except to pay for it out of pocket.
How much are we talking?
It would be 16 grand out of pocket.
And that's just for an 84-day supply. They appealed again. They were denied again.
To them, our daughter is just this piece of paper, you know. They don't know her. They don't know her story.
Some things are hard to appeal, and other things like this shouldn't really be so challenging.
Erin Bradshaw is with Patient Advocate Foundation, a nonprofit that helps people with chronic or life-threatening illnesses to access treatment. She says an appeal like Kessler's should have been a slam dunk, but when it's not, you have the right to fight it.
The Affordable Care Act instituted a standard protocol around, how appeals should be.
She said typically you get 3 appeals, with the final being an independent review by a third party that's binding. But before you get there, Bradshaw recommends involving the state insurance department and your employer.
Because they are your benefit administrator, they should be able to maybe get to the right person that you could be there. I think it's important that they know that there are challenges that you're facing in accessing your benefits.
And that's exactly what the Scotts did. Doug's company went to the insurance company on their behalf. Kessler should be covered through the end of the year. But then the process begins again.
We'll fight. We'll keep fighting. We're her parents. Our job is to protect her and take care of her. And we'll do whatever we can.
Courtney Holmes, ABC 15, Arizona.
Kessler has been back on the HGH shots for a few weeks, and her parents say she's actually grown an inch since she was last measured. They say it's a huge improvement and proof of how much she needed that proper medication.
Yeah, Courtney will keep us updated on that one for sure. Meantime.